Hello everyone, it's ESO here with a new video checking on the upcoming Whitestrake's Mayhem PvP event and the trading and gold making possibilities this event offers. Basically everything what PvP players need will be demanded more than usual and sell for a higher price. This includes for example potions like tri-set potions granting health, magicka and stamina, as well as several other potions granting immovability, critical chance or other buffs. Next on glyphs will be demanded a lot more, as those will be put on new item sets people will wear in PvP. This includes the classic health, magicka and stamina glyphs, as well as weapon and spell damage and recovery glyphs for jewelry and weapons. Most importantly, tri-stat glyphs, as shown here, will sell very well as many people run those in PvP to maximize their stats. Last but not least, Wartorts will be requested a lot as those buff the gain of Alliance points for your Alliance War skill line and Rank skill line as well. Normal Wartorts are easy to craft and quite cheap, while Molten and White Gold Wartorts are very expensive and not easy to craft as the recipes for those are very rare and expensive. So most importantly, set item pieces will sell very well during this event and offer great possibilities to gain a lot of gold. Best traits on these sets are usually impenetrable, divine, and sometimes well fitted or reinforced on heavy pieces. One of the most requested sets will be Vicious Death, as this set is the best bombing set in the game. Weapons which sell great are axes, maces, and lightning staves, while the armor in Divine sets exceptionally great too. You can buy those pieces at the Alliance vendor at your base in Cyrodiil. Next is the Buff of the Swift set, a great defensive set obtainable in Cropsford in Cyrodiil. Especially Magicka users will have an eye on this set to reduce the incoming damage they take. Another great defensive set is Pariah, granting more resistances the less health you have. This syncs very well with the Undeath passive of vampires, making you hard to kill once you drop down in health. This set drops quite easily in Overland in Rothgar. A last defensive set is a 3-piece set of potentates, granting you less damage taken by players and reducing your ultimate cost by 15%. Especially Dragon Knight with their Battle Roar passive, or builds relying on their ultimates, do very well with these sets. Checking on great offensive sets, there are for example plagebreak, fulfilling a similar role as Vicious Death, namely exploding when an enemy dies and affecting enemies with an annoying damage over time effect. Weapon wise, the maces and maws of these sets are used the most and sell very well. This set is obtainable by the reward of the worthy boxes you receive by gaining 20,000 Alliance points in PvP activities. Other offensive sets like Spriggans as Stamina version and Spinners as Magicka version grant offensive penetration, a very important stat in PvP to do good damage, and those will be used quite a lot too. Spriggans does drop in Bankerai, while Spinners drops in Malabal Tor Overland content. Briarheart is another great offensive set, dropping as well in Rothgar, same as Pariah, granting you not only a good bunch of weapon damage if you crit an enemy, but as well heal you if you crit your attacks. For stamina builds with a high critical chance, this is a good set to go. There are a lot crafted sets which sell very well too, and are used in PvP as well. These are for example New Moon Acolyte as damage oriented set, granting a lot of weapon and spell damage flat. Next, Stones is a great set too for players who cause off balance on enemies, granting quite a lot of weapon and spell damage if you do so. Daedric Trickery is another great crafted set, variable on a backbar, and granting great random buffs like Major Mending, Vitality, or Heroism. Another nice set is Wretch Vitality, on the other hand, is good if you want a resource sustain set. You can proc these effects, for example, with a channeled acceleration skill on your backbar, or with skills applying minor or major breach. Lastly, Deadlands Demolisher is the go-to set for bash builds, of which some are around 2, I have, for example, a funny Deadlands Demolisher build video showing that this set and build does actually work really well in PvP. As well, there are a lot more sets like Crafty Elfique, Necropotence, or Wall Maiden, which as well some people might use in PvP. So basically, sell all the nice sets for a juicy income during the event. That's it from my side regarding gold making tips for the Mid-Year Mayhem event. If you want to see some great bombing videos in action, just look through my channel. Maybe those convince you to try out bombing during the event.